65. 65!
Yeah, so I continue to scan this area. Honestly, I felt like...
Olá pessoal, sejam bem-vindos ao meu canal. Meu nome é Natália, mas você pode me chamar de Nath. Eu adoro reagir e aprender sobre outros países, especialmente aqueles bem diferentes do meu em termos culturais e econômicos. Então, se você gosta desse tipo de conteúdo, fica à vontade para se inscrever. Vou adorar ter você por aqui. Bom, nesse vídeo eu vou reagir ao rio mais perigoso no mundo, o quão fundo ele é. Então é isso, sem mais delongas, e vamos para a reação.
No wonder people get swept away by the feet. If they dip the feet in there, you just get pulled straight under. Now, if you type the question into Google, how deep is the Strid? You don't get the answer you're really craving. And that is the exact reason I've come down to Bolton Abbey, to the Strid, with my sonar fishing rod, to tell you the answer to that question. Don't click away, because what I found is absolutely amazing. Now, on a side note, this is the most money I've ever spent to dedicate to a video on my channel. So, if you guys would be so awesome to hit the like button to answer this unbelievable question, then I would really appreciate that. It means a lot to me, and hopefully, with the YouTube algorithm, a lot more people see the video and get the answer to this age-old question of how deep is the Strid. And I'll hand you over to Editor Jack, who will be doing a voiceover for the majority of this.
What is going on, guys? Editor Jack here, back at base, just reviewing the footage that I've got from today. Now, I want to go over a few things before we get into it, which is just to cover the basics of the Strid, just so you've got a bit of backstory as to why I'm even here today. Now, I'm assuming a lot of you have seen the Strid before, or heard of the Strid before. It's part of a river that runs through Bolton Abbey, which is the River Wharfe or the River Wharfe. I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but I'm sure someone in the comments will correct me. This section of the River Wharfe is known as the Strid, where essentially the river Wharfe is, I don't know, let's say it's 20 metres wide at its widest point, but the River Strid becomes about 1.5 metres to 2 metres wide, and essentially it flips upside down and becomes, the idea of it is it becomes 20 metres deep at that point instead of 20 metres wide, because it's going through a really funneled section. Now, the rock that you can see me walking on is actually not the banks of the river, it's just an overhang. So beneath me is multiple cave systems that the river has pushed through and grinded to make lots of different holes, and yeah, just a pretty much a mess beneath the water there. People have been unfortunate enough to lose their lives in the Strid. One was as recent as 2010, I think it was. A flash flood happened, it was newlyweds, they got caught in the flash flood, and I think the male was found straight away, his body was found straight away, but the female wasn't found for 2 to 3 months. Someone might need to fact check me on that, because I'm not 100% sure, but the story goes something like that. And then there's multiple stories throughout history of young children thinking it's safe and getting in and never getting back out again. So the Strid does have a very dark side. This isn't the first time I've done a video on nature that has a dark side. I'll put a comment in the description if you want to see another video that I've done about a really dangerous place in England to go swimming. But without further ado...
Gente, agora eu estou com uma dúvida. As pessoas que moram aqui, elas sabem sobre essa questão do rio? Porque, assim, até o momento não me parece, né? Você olha e praticamente a aparência desse rio engana, não parece que é um lugar tão fundo. Eu fiquei realmente chocada com isso.
Let's get into the sonar clips and show you the depths that I recorded today. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Now, this part that you're looking at right now is as I model the actual sonar scanner that I'm using. This is the end of the Strid, so we're starting at what would be the shallowest end of the Strid.
Ali
so
no
people
canto
actually
tá
swim up
a
to this point. You can see
profundidade.
on the reader that I'm reading, you know, depths of at the start I was reading 2 meters, and then as I go through there, I'm getting, you know, average 5 meters. I think at one point I find like some holes that are maybe like 6 to 7 meters deep there. But as I go further and further out of the Strid, that is, I get shallower and shallower. So we're going to get deeper and deeper as we go to like the more turbulent part of the Strid. So let's jump to the next clip. So this clip, I am about 15 to 20 meters further up, so towards the iconic turbulent waterfall section of the Strid.
Gente, pera, esse trecho que ele está tem 3,7 metros, é isso mesmo? Porque assim, literalmente a natureza pregou uma peça em nós com esse rio. Porque é muito diferente, né? Geralmente você associa profundidade com largura. E aqui é inesperado. Isso realmente pode pegar alguém de surpresa.
This is the first time using this, so I'm really struggling to get the hang of, you know, you might see at the top there, it keeps saying too shallow, too deep warning. It's basically not getting a reading back from the sonar signal that it sends down. It sends a signal 60 times a second, I think. I'll have to check I'm sure I've seen that on a video somewhere. 60 times a second it'll send a signal and it'll wait for it to come back. But it's not until I drag it further down this section here that I start to find some deeper points where you can see it like shoot up to 10 meters deep, 13 meters deep.
Wow.
And then essentially if I keep the rod in the exact same position, it will continuously reprint that image. So the brown section that you're seeing come across the black, so the black is the water, the brown is supposed to be the floor or the rock that it's hitting. If I keep it in the same place, it'll continuously reprint that same section over and over and over again, up to 60 times a second essentially. But I get the feeling that it's hit and miss with some of these signals coming back up. It's really difficult to hold it steady in the water, so because this water's really, even at this calm part, there's still quite a bit of an undertow. You can probably tell from me trying to drag it. So let's go to the next clip. So you'll see at this section, I start to get a reading at about 10 as soon as I put it into the water, 10 meters that is, and then I guess it starts to pick up the signal again, and it instantly shoots to 34. See a bit of 35 every now and then. But it was really difficult in this area.
Gente, me diga uma coisa, é comum esse tipo de rio no Reino Unido? Porque eu estou chocada, eu nunca havia visto algo desse tipo na natureza, sabe? Tipo, um lugar assim tão estreito, um rio tão estreito que é tão fundo. Caramba, isso realmente é inesperado.
This is about the middle halfway point of the Strid, and it's really quite turbulent around that boulder there that you see in the bottom right of the frame. And I'm having difficulty holding it in position, and it keeps like shooting between 30, 25, 30, 25. You'll see it towards the end of this clip here, as it should start to shoot towards 25-ish now, yeah. So as I push it a little bit further upstream there, it seems to get a little bit shallower as I move further along, but let's go to the next clip. Now, this is where things get really interesting. So I'm about 15 meters away from the most turbulent part of the Strid here. And you can see as soon as I've dropped it in, I'm getting readings of above 50 meters deep. My jaw absolutely dropped when I seen this, because anything on Google at the moment says roughly 38 to 40 meters is a current known depth. And I'm immediately getting readings in this section for above 50. So already I've found much deeper places than what is already known to be. So let's get to the moment you've all been waiting for, the deepest part of the Strid. My mind was blown.
I think this is as close as I'm going to be able to get to the actual turbulent part of the Strid, the actual waterfall part. I don't want to put myself in too much danger, so I'm going to have a go at putting the sonar ball down here, just in this section here, and see what readings we can get. Hopefully something interesting, hopefully another 50 meters like we did like 6 or 7 meters down.
Gente, literalmente, se alguém cai ali, né, tipo, não só pela profundidade, mas eu imagino como deve ser por baixo, né, tipo, deve ser muito estreito, tem muitas pedras, então, assim, existe talvez até o perigo de alguém se prender o corpo num lugar desses, né. Caramba, isso é muito doido. Essa questão de ser uma beleza fatal, assim, algo que a princípio você não espera, me lembrou um rio aqui do Brasil. É um rio que fica na região norte, se eu não estou enganada, e ele é conhecido por parecer que tem as águas calmas, mas por baixo ele tem muitos redemoinhos. Então é muito comum da pessoa entrar, achar que está tudo bem e ela ser sugada para baixo. Teve até um ator famoso que morreu por conta disso. Então é muito doido como muitas vezes a natureza ela tem padrões, mas às vezes ela simplesmente nos pega de surpresa. Como nesse caso, onde a gente não espera que seja tão fundo. Isso é muito, muito doido.
From where I'm scanning now is where we found the like 54, 57 meter depth area. So let's have a look at what this bit looks like.
So yeah, I'm watching this back live with you, by the way, so my commentary is exactly what you're seeing right now. Oh my god, my skinny legs. Right, forget the legs, but I'm trying to find a way down to the well, a safe part so I can get it in this very frothy water. I'll cut back to the live audio. Obviously it's really noisy with the waterfall there, but I'll cut back to the live audio when I realise the depth that I've found. I'll get the ball in the water here in a second, and I'll put the image up on your screen.
Gente, ele é doido de chegar perto
ready
assim.
to go there. Right, the ball's
Ele é
in the
muito
water,
corajoso.
so I'll get the clip on the screen for you now. So here we are. You can see it immediately shoots to 65.9 meters deep. That is absolutely crazy. I was so shocked when I read this. I'll cut back to the live reaction. It's not appearing straight away for me. We're a little bit ahead, just so I can get this video moving along. But essentially the orange that you can see instead of the black, it's because I've been walking about with it and it's been scanning the floor as I've been moving along. But my live reaction's coming along now, so I'll leave it to that now.
65!
Yeah, so I continue to scan this area. Honestly, I felt like if you stood on the edge of a mountain and you look down, 65 meters is a huge drop. So when I was stood on this area, I couldn't comprehend the actual level of depth that was beneath my feet here. I'm sure a lot of you watching are actually shocked at this as well. But yeah, apologies for the orange block wall there. It's just because I've been walking about with the actual ball, so it's bouncing from the floor. I've been holding it like a meter off the floor, so that's why there's a huge orange brick wall there. But yeah, 65 meters deep. Let's review.
Oh my god! I genuinely can't believe that is 65 meters deep. So if we got the conclusion that just down there was about 54 meters, and then up here is 65.
Isso é loucura, meu Deus. E a água é muito forte naquele ponto.
Slightly further up, at the actual turbulent part, I guess we could safely stick another 10 meters on there, 10 meters of depth.
Well, here we are at the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope it finally gave you the answer to how deep is the Strid. It's still blowing my mind right now that that thing is 65 meters deep. No wonder it is as dangerous as it is. So please guys, if you go and visit this place, please do it safely. I was very careful when climbing down the side to put the sonar ball in. Yes, I was on my own, and yes, I wasn't tied off on 23, but there was people around me. That doesn't mean to say that I would have got out or that would have been any help, but please just be careful. And there was a few people that I met out there that, you know, were interacting with me while I was there. So hello to everyone that I seen on the day. It was wonderful to meet you, and yeah, I'll get that footage to you at some point because you're asking for some drone footage. I'll get that sent over to you.
Gente, mas o lugar é perfeito.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and a comment from where you are in the world. I love to hear all that, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.
Meu Deus, gente, literalmente esse vídeo mudou, assim, a minha percepção sobre rios, sabe? Porque eu nunca passou isso pela minha cabeça, tipo, de um lugar ser fundo e ser estreito. Geralmente a gente associa muita profundidade a lugares grandes, muito volume de água. E aqui, literalmente, isso está em oculto. Então, bom, depois disso, eu realmente vou tomar mais cuidado ainda quando se tratar de cachoeira, rios, algo assim, porque literalmente você olha e você não diz que tem toda essa profundidade. Eu não tinha ideia que o rio mais perigoso do mundo está no Reino Unido e eu nem tinha ideia que era por esse motivo, né? Tipo, ele está contrariando a própria natureza do que a gente conhece. Isso é muito doido pra mim. Eu realmente vou ficar atento a isso. Isso é muito assustador. Imaginar aqui embaixo tem cavernas subaquáticas, né? Pelo que eu entendi. Isso realmente é muito doido. Gente, por favor, me deixe saber nos comentários se vocês já visitaram esse lugar, porque a beleza dele é muito bonita, é uma beleza mística, mas claro, tem esse lado perigoso também, né? Eu não sei se as pessoas que moram ali devem saber, provavelmente sim, mas acontece muitas vezes, algumas pessoas desconhecem, né? Pelo menos aqui no Brasil acontece isso às vezes, de um lugar ter uma fama e muitas pessoas desconhecerem. Mas enfim, essa foi a minha reação. Eu espero que você tenha gostado desse vídeo. Se você gostou, considere se inscrever. Vou adorar ter você por aqui. E se você já foi inscrito, não esquece de ativar as notificações. Então é isso, obrigada por assistir esse vídeo e nos vemos na próxima reação. Tchau!